For decades, scientists believed they understood how Earth behaves. They mapped it, measured it, modeled it from the surface we walk on to the deepest layers we can't even reach. The planet was thought to follow clear, predictable rules. But now, something unsettling has happened. New data suggests something terrifyingly different. The Earth is not changing the way we predicted. It's doing the exact opposite. For years, scientists relied on a powerful combination of technology. Satellites orbiting above the planet, seismic sensors listening to vibrations deep underground, and advanced computer models designed to predict Earth's behavior decades into the future. According to these models, everything was supposed to move in one direction. Temperatures were expected to rise or fall gradually. Earth's rotation was assumed to remain stable. Internal motions, slow, steady, and predictable. Nothing sudden, nothing dramatic. And then the data came in. At first, researchers thought it was an error, a sensor malfunction, a calibration issue. So they checked again and again. But the numbers didn't change. Measurements that were expected to increase began slowing down. Trends that should have continued forward suddenly stopped. Some systems showed signs of acceleration, while others appeared to reverse course entirely. These weren't tiny fluctuations, they were patterns. Patterns that didn't match any existing scientific model. What made this discovery even more disturbing was its consistency. Independent instruments, different locations, separate research teams, all pointing to the same conclusion. The planet wasn't following the script. Earth, the system we believed we understood better than ever, was behaving in ways scientists had never observed before. Not in recorded history, not in modern science. And that raises a deeply uncomfortable question. If the most advanced tools on Earth couldn't predict this, if decades of scientific assumptions were suddenly incomplete, then what else might we be missing? So the question is simple. If scientists were wrong, what exactly is Earth doing now? For most of modern history, scientists believed Earth changed slowly, almost politely. Gradual shifts, predictable patterns. Nothing sudden, nothing dramatic. This belief wasn't careless. It was built on decades of observation. Earth's behavior was modeled using long-term averages. Data collected over years, even centuries. When temperatures rose, they rose steadily. When systems slowed, they did so over enormous timescales. The planet, it seemed, preferred balance. Internal Earth systems were assumed to be stable, not frozen, but reliable, moving within known limits, and science trusted those limits. Because science isn't guessing, it's based on evidence. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Evidence only shows what we can measure. And that's where the problem begins. The deepest parts of Earth are almost entirely invisible to us. We cannot see the core. We cannot directly observe its motion, its structure, or its sudden shifts. Instead, scientists infer what's happening by listening to seismic waves, by measuring tiny variations in gravity, by analysing how Earth responds at the surface. It's like diagnosing a machine by sound alone, without ever opening it. And in a system as massive as Earth, small internal changes can create enormous effects. A slight shift deep inside the planet can alter magnetic behaviour, change rotation patterns, or disrupt surface systems we rely on every day. For a long time, those internal variations were assumed to be minor, background noise in an otherwise stable system. But recent observations changed that assumption. New data didn't just disagree with old models, it challenged the foundation beneath them. Scientists were forced to admit something deeply uncomfortable. The planet may be entering a phase humanity has never observed before. Not a collapse, not a catastrophe, but a transition. A state where old patterns no longer apply, and past behavior is no longer a reliable guide to the future. This doesn't mean science failed. It means the planet revealed a layer of complexity we hadn't yet understood, and this brings us to the most disturbing part. What scientists are seeing now isn't chaos, it's something far more unsettling. Patterns are changing, but deep inside the planet, internal movements appear to be shifting direction. Flows that once followed familiar paths are behaving differently, not stopping, but redirecting. At the same time, natural cycles that once moved in predictable sequences are falling out of order. Events that used to arrive on schedule now appear early, late, or out of phase entirely. Even more confusing, systems that should be speeding up are slowing down, and systems that were expected to stabilize are fluctuating. These contradictions are what make this moment so difficult to understand. Because Earth isn't following a single trend, it's responding dynamically, and that leads to a critical realization. This doesn't mean Earth is breaking, it means Earth is adjusting. The planet is not a machine running one program forever. It's a living system, responsive, adaptive, and reactive to internal and external forces we are only beginning to understand. Earth has gone through major shifts before. Ice ages, magnetic reversals, massive reorganizations of climate and geology. But there's one crucial difference this time. Humans have never lived through a transition like this. Every major system modern civilization depends on, from infrastructure and transportation to climate models and disaster prediction, is built on assumptions of stability. Assumptions formed during a relatively calm period in Earth's long history. If those assumptions are even slightly outdated, the ripple effects could be enormous. This isn't about cities collapsing overnight. It's about reliability. Can we trust the timelines we've planned for? The systems we've optimized? The predictions we depend on? That's why scientists are approaching this moment with caution, not fear, because understanding Earth's behavior isn't about stopping change. It's about preparing for it. This is not about panic. This is about awareness. Because when a system as vast and interconnected as Earth begins to change how it behaves, everything on it feels the effect. So the question naturally follows, should we be worried? Should we be afraid? The honest answer is no, but we should absolutely be paying attention. Scientists are not clueless. They are watching this in real time, around the clock. Monitoring systems are improving every year, from satellite networks in orbit to sensors deep beneath the Earth's surface. Today, we collect more data about our planet than at any point in human history. More measurements, more precision, more cross-checking than ever before. And when science changes its mind, that's not weakness. Being wrong doesn't mean science failed. It means science is working. It means new evidence has forced old ideas to evolve exactly the way knowledge is supposed to. So, what comes next? Models will be updated, assumptions will be challenged, predictions will become more accurate as our understanding deepens. Humanity has faced uncertainty before and adapted every time. We learned to predict storms. We learned to survive earthquakes. We learned to read the planet's signals slowly but steadily. This moment is no different. Earth isn't giving us a warning of destruction. It's giving us information. And information is power. Earth isn't ending. Earth is evolving. The real danger isn't change. It's ignoring the signs, because history shows us something very clear. Civilizations don't fail because the planet changes. They fail because they refuse to listen. So if you believe understanding is more powerful than fear, subscribe. because the planet is speaking, and it's time we listen.